Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good morning. For me, it's a nice gloomy day, which I will accommodate in my routine, in my life today, because it's part of my life. I'll accept it and I'll work around it. So this is kind of the conversation we're gonna go through today. We are going to talk about discovering the beauty and the hidden gifts of the healing process. And I'm gonna go through communication, connectedness, education, growth, skills. I'm going to talk about self-discovery, serving the community, purpose, and self-care. I believe that this is very, very important. Hi, Maggie. Because the emotional, spiritual, and mental healing and connectedness with the others is part of the healing process. And all of us have to go through in never mind you're healing from flu or you're healing from chronic health condition, we need to go through. So the body processes a lot of information. We have processment of spiritual information, mental information, food. Food is information as well. I heard this sentence from Deepak Chopra and I really, really like it. So the way we process information, that makes us really different from each other. We know that everybody has to drink water, everybody has to eat right, or train, move, but how? So in the adjustments, in those fine tweaks of our program is the difference for each of us, how we get healthy and how we develop as human beings. So the spiritual, the mental, the emotions, the feeling, they cannot be bypassed. They have to be attended, they have to be recognized, acknowledged, and worked on. And when people get sick, they change. I know this from experience. While I was working with people with cancer, I had a lot of clients with cancer then. Well, a lot, as many as I can handle, not so many, but it was a lot for me because it was like 24 hours. I would start at 7 o'clock in the morning. I would go at home at 10 o'clock at night, totally exhausted. And I have noticed that many people changed. Why? Because cancer is a death sentence. And the expectation to die, maybe not die, when to die, is a very, very scary, and it's a very negatively impacted the human body. So, yes, we change through the chronic health condition. We might become more needy. We might become more conscious towards the environment. We might become more wanting to serve the others because we think that that's the way we have to heal. Some people become more organized, other people become very, very stressed and stagnant. So yes, we change emotionally, mentally, and we change the way we process information. So discovering the beauty within the healing journey is akin to folding gems in the rough, precious, and transformative. And I will stay close to this word, transformation. So I'm gonna talk about the communication. Let's start with this one. As Joe Dispenza says, your thoughts can make you sick, and your thoughts can also heal you. It's a matter of how we use thoughts to heal ourselves. So as you know, I prefer when I drive to look through the big windshield at the front instead of looking all the time in the tiny mirror to look back in the past. So This is like a metaphor, right? So the words can heal us, and the communication in this sense is extremely, extremely important. The communication between us and the environment. It becomes like a bridge, which is between hearts, between language. And the language is very important that is used. Some people sometimes don't accept language which is more rough. So we have to be careful how we communicate our feelings, our emotions, while being in the situation of a chronic health condition. So the words actually become like a healing balm. And I would like you to reflect on that, because you can bring a lot to the people around you while communicating your feelings, what you're going through and experiencing in the right way, so they then understand and they bond better with you in order to help you and you to help them. And in this bond, this is the connection we are looking for with other people, which is a very, very important. The bond is the one that actually heals, can accelerate the healing process. The bond is important because I am mirror of you and you are mirror of me. Have you heard that thought that a thought goes around the planet for 17 minutes? I read this many, many times, and there is a research that even people can think of a thought which is not in your head, yes, but you would tell them about this thought, let's say half an hour later, and they would tell you, yes, I thought about that. There is a research done between Moscow and Brazil, and how the thought is traveling faster than the person that initiates that thought. Very, very interesting one. So the connectedness is, the profound connection is very important between people, because literally creates energy bonds for healing. And I can give you an example. Some people are very positive, very motivating, and they are healers because they can raise your energy. They can motivate you to do things, and this is part of the healing process. So that's why we need bonds with such people. Another thing is the communication and connectedness brings strength in people. It brings resilience. It helps us to become more resilient to events that otherwise would take us down emotionally, mentally, and etc. And another very important thing is the education. Why? Because through education, you can help others. And through education, we build a better life for ourselves, because now we know what do we need. How do I need to eat? How much water do I need to take? Is the morning intention very important for me? Is the yoga important for me, or another type of movement? Is traveling very important for me? When I was very young, I really, really wanted to travel a lot. That was very energizing and motivating for me to stay healthy, because I could plan my life, I could have more energy in my daily life, I would be inspired, and I would be just living the life to the fullest the way I understood it. I went to Barcelona just to check what Gaudi created as architecture wonder, and that brought so much inspiration in my work. At that time, I was a aerobic, fitness, and anything like that instructor. It inspired me so much. My working hours became longer. I became healthier, I became more responsible, because this wonder gave me so much energy to continue in my life. So that's why it is very important, the education. And of course, helping the others, helping the people around us. Now you're going through health condition, and you're learning a lot about the condition and about yourself. And one day you can suggest things to other people from your practical experience, which is very important for their better life, for their improvement, for their health, and etc., for their mental health, if you wish, how to go mentally through our chronic health condition, for instance. So that's why I really liked education. And the next one is growth. Growth is the main thing. Growth is the main purpose of life, right? For all of us, we came here to learn, we came here to grow, to create communication, create a relationship with people, create things. So growth is very, very important. It becomes like a catalyst for personal evolution, if you wish. And then you get skills. You acquire those skills. You get equipped yourself with the skills to help the others. And this is one of the beauties of this process. And I want that you're suffering, but I would like you, in the moments when you feel better, to try to shift your thinking to a different thinking patterns. To be grateful for what you learned about yourself, what you learned about this condition, because trust me, you know more than your doctor about your condition, because the doctor doesn't experience it. When I was a personal trainer, I was very much wondering, a person is coming to me with pain in the knee, and I would start thinking, okay, how does it feel to have pain in the knee? I'm very lucky. I've never been injured or anything like that, and I've never injured my clients as well, but I work with people with pain. And after I would leave the training session, I start experiencing for a few minutes or a couple of hours a notch, a little stubbing in my knee. And it happened to me a few times with other pains. So this is to say that we give advices, and this is great. We help people. But we don't experience how it feels. We have to read a lot and learn a lot to know what that person is going through. How does it feel to wake up in the morning and it's already with pain? So you know that better. You go through the experience of being with a chronic health condition. And from this point of view, you can give great advices to people. So this is one of the beauties. Then you have the self-discovery. I know the chronic condition is pushing your buttons and pushing you to the limits you never knew that you can go to. So you discover your stamina, you discover your strength, resilience, your courage. And I would suggest you to have a journal for those things, because journaling it's very important in the moments of weakness in life, mental, emotional, physical. You can go back to this journal and see that, yes, I can do it. This is equal to somebody telling you, I healed from this and this through this and that process. And you have it at home, ready to go. At any time, it can give you energy. It can give you that notch to keep going forward. So that's why this self-discovery is very important. The more we know about ourselves, the better we can serve ourselves. For instance, in my case, in the morning, if I don't set up that one morning intention, that is most important thing I have to do through the day. If I have to get up and rush and do things without my rituals, I get lost through the day. because life is pulling me here and there and I don't feel centered. And throughout the day, before lunch, before noon, I have to sit down and say, okay, let's do that intention thing. So this is a self-discovery. I discovered that in this part of my life, this is extremely important for me. Then we are serving the community, and there is a beautiful ripple effect of it. What I'm doing now, I'm giving you all that information for free. This is serving the community. I love it because people sometimes text me and they say, you know, I did what you suggested, or I recommended you to a friend, or I feel better after I watched this or that lecture. It gives me inspiration for the day, or I get motivated to get off the bed and keep going. And this is very important. It's very important for me. So it brings that ripple effect. So when you know what advice to give to someone, which you learn through your experience, your chronic health condition, yes, this is beautiful to help people this way. It comes back in a very, very beautiful way. And I want to give you another example. There was that guy, I don't remember his name. He's from Hawaii. He created the method Ho'oponopono. Maybe many of you know about it. I learned through Joe Vitale. He's a great practitioner and he gives great advices. So the method is just when you feel down, when you feel sick, to clear that energy, to say 4 things. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I'm sorry. That's it. So this guy who created this method got a job in a very high security jail, and he was in charge of the jail, and the only thing he was doing is to go to work, close the door behind him, open the dossiers, the files of the different people from the jail, and say those words: I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, and thank you. The difference in their behavior was absolutely amazing. And the moment when he started working in this jail, it was so dangerous for the personnel that nurses and people who were working there, they had to go with their back to the wall in order to leave the building or come to the building. I've never been to jail, obviously, and I don't know what kind of situation makes you to do this, but that's what I read in the book where he explained about the method. And also some of the mates in the jail had to go through court, and they were observing how these people change their story, they soften, they say they're sorry, and they become better citizens. So this is about the serving the community. And the next thing is the purpose. The purpose is life. In life, at one point, everybody is asking themselves, what is my purpose in this life? And the scary part is when the end of life comes. I know this because I experienced with clients. And you ask for your purpose then, and you discover that your purpose is different than what you lived through. It's a very painful event. It's something you leave this life with in a very grumpy, in a very sad way. So, while serving the community, healing others, we might discover a purpose in life which we didn't know about, which makes us feel uplifted and inspired. Think about that. It's very fulfilling. It's very meaningful to discover your purpose in life and to live a life which is purpose-driven. And then another thing, number 9 in my list here, is the self-care. The self-care is important because it's nurturing your physical body, your mental body, your spiritual self, and the self-care ensuring that your vessels remain resilient, because through our vessels, what is running is the life force. That's what keeps us alive. That's what decides where the nutrients will go, where the super duper supplements and pills you take, when and how much and where I will take them through now. It's the blood that brings everything through the body, and the life force resides there. So this is the important thing, the care about the life force. And I want to tell you one example. When I was taking care of one particular cancer person, I was so much drained, and I went to a course in Florida to learn lymphatic pumping in order to help that person. And my mentor told me, "So Maria, who is dying first, her or you?" I didn't expect this question, and I said, "Why do you think I'm dying?" He said, "Your energy is so low. Your energy is such as you are preparing to die. It's hard to be around you." So then I realized that I didn't take care of myself. I didn't put any time for my self-care. She was bedridden, and I was bedridden to her bed. And this was for 17 months. So that's why the caregivers very often, they're heavy smokers, they're not healthy people, because they give, and they don't really take care of themselves. And I would like to leave you on a positive note with a little poetry here, which I found on the internet. Don't think that I'm the poet. So it says, "A dance of words." It's about communication and connection. "A dance of words, a symphony unplanned. Through the language of the heart, a silent art. Bringing souls where healing can impart. In the tapestry of dialogue, threads intertwine, stories whispered, creating a bond divine. Through shared vulnerability, a sacred song, where understanding blooms, resilient and strong." Hi, Robin. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who is watching. I can see only the names of Maggie Campbell and Robin. I see two people who are watching. I don't know if these are Robin and Maggie, or somebody else. If you have any questions, I am here for you to answer your questions. If not, I really thank you for staying with me in this lecture. It helps me, it uplifts me, it gives me a lot of energy and excitement to deliver the lecture better. So you did a lot for me today. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't see questions, so I'm gonna wish you a wonderful day. And if it's gloomy like mine, make the best of it. Accommodate it in your life. I'm sure you can do that. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Join our Healthy and Community Facebook group. If you have any questions, please free to comment below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more.